So again, we'll film this for everyone. If the men will come up, Chuck and Giles. Come on, Chuck, and then Giles, and then Roger in the back. You'll come up here and stand on the stage with us. Carol's going to come up, and really what we'd like you to do is applaud anytime you want, but especially when we recognize each man, we're going to put a quilt on them. And if you want to stand and applaud, that's good. But we're going to give them applause and say, we're very appreciative of who you are and what you've done. I want to publicly thank Carol for just getting this ministry together, for doing the quilts. And Carol, you're a real blessing, so thank you. Yeah, you can give her a round of applause if you want. So, yeah. So let me have you come over here just a bit, Carol.
So it's not about me or the quilts, it's about these gentlemen. And we're starting out by our veterans. We'll go through the other military people in our church. But we want to start with our veterans first, okay? You might not have heard of Quilts of Valor. It's been around for about 20 years, and in that 20 years, we have awarded 300,000 or more quilts, okay? Our mission, I had to write some notes down, to cover our service members and veterans touched by war with comfort and healing quilts of valor. So these quilts are made by one or two people, or in some cases a whole lot. For instance, I do some piecing. I send them other places to be quilted. They come back to me to be presented to people that have been chosen. These men will also receive some certificates later. We have to send their names in and then we get them back. But we want them to know there's not a hug strong enough, there's not words big enough, and all we can do is say thank you. It's very important to say thank you. You're heroes. You're in our hearts and prayers for all that you've done. Please let these quilts be a hug from all of us.
Amen.
First, we're going to do Roger McDilton.
Roger served in Korea.
Would you like to tell them a little bit about what service you were in and when?
Well, I was in the U.S. Navy, 1952 to 1956, Korean War. Actually, it was a conflict when I was in, not declared a war. So, spent 18 months over in Guam. On the way over, they heard I was coming, so they signed a treaty. And anyway. Then I was on a experimental ship after that, and I was on the ship when we got commissioned. We had some difficulties in our gunnery. Instead of shooting down the sleeve that the drone was pulling, we shot down the drone. And we needed to do some fine-tuning to our armory. Anyway, we made it back. Thank you.
Next is Chuck Froge. Chuck, do you want to tell them a little bit about your service? No. I do know that Chuck was in Vietnam. How many years, Chuck?
Year and 9 days.
A year and 9 days. That tells you he knows what it's like to be over there. And you were in the Army, correct? And this is Giles Farley. like to tell them a little bit about your service?
I don't have any. Let me tell you, I was a school teacher for a year. Things didn't work out there because I didn't, and classes I went to school in Kentucky and came back here, and that threw me into this situation that Uncle Sam called me to help. And by God's grace, I was sent to Vietnam also, and I would tell people just for fun, I was a trained killer. And I went over there. I wasn't a saved man. I went over there, God protected me. I never fired a gun, not even one simple little bullet at all. Never. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Here I am over in Vietnam, where, well, I will have to tell you, I'm a Christian now. But I went over there because of the other things took place over there. I became a ball, worked in the, I can't even remember, I'll say it right, because I was in a bar, was it? So much, that's where the younger people could go there, and they put me in that place, and that whole time, and it just blows my mind. God was watching over me that whole time, all the time. I didn't know what was going on with all that. So when I got back home and other things came, good things happened in my life, and still it is. I tell you, just knocks me on my feet and seat and everything else. And just can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Let me say one more thing, okay?
Yes, okay.
I think Giles has made us all aware that all these men believe that Jesus is their hero.
Would you stand, please? I was in elementary school, and the people started coming back from Vietnam, and Teddy and Freddie were the two men that lived beside me that both went to Vietnam. And my dad had left us, and so they would check in on my mom on a regular basis and fix something or put a light in and those kind of things. And they both came back from Vietnam, and they were very changed people, PTSD, and it's been too much and seen too much. And they never spoke to me again. Never said a word, never helped us again, never walked into our house. And, I didn't know for years, so I started hearing stories. And you already know there's stories behind their stories. And one of the things that I would just encourage us to do maybe on Veterans Day is not only to thank somebody, but if you ask them a question, you just being there and hearing is part of the healing. It's part of the healing, and I'm just very thankful to be a part of a church that would honor our servicemen and women. We are a sent people this week. Wherever He sends you, it's to be an ambassador of the gospel of God's grace in the person of Jesus Christ. And God's people said, amen. God bless.